Chelsea have made another signing, again in the attacking options. Joao Pedro to Chelsea. Here we go. Let's bring up the tabs for you so you can all read and see it. People, let's dive into this. Share tab. There we go. Right, so Fabrizio Romano confirms Chelsea complete documents for Joao Pedro and Gittins on Monday. More signings will follow for Chelsea. And if we pull up the tweet of when we had that, here we go from them. Chelsea Football Club are moving mad. And this is the tweet. Breaking. Joao Pedro to Chelsea. Here we go. Agreement done. Club to club fee in excess of 50 million. Joao Pedro will travel on Tuesday for medical tests and contract signing ready for the FIFA World Cup. So, what's interesting? Will Joao Pedro be able to play? Let's see he gets all done and dusted in time. So their next game in the quarterfinals, will Joao Pedro be able to play? Because I thought if he made signings, they won't be able to play in the World Cup because that was the whole point of the Club World Cup window. Interesting. But it is a deal of £50 million. I believe it is rising up to add-ons as well, upwards of 60 million. And this is interesting because Chelsea have moved fast on this deal. And if you look at it, Newcastle, they had a bid rejected, and that's another target they've now missed out on. And you now look at the signings Chelsea have made so far. Let's actually have a look. So far they've brought in Liam Delap, they've brought in Esther Vigo from Palamas, Dars from Sporting, Mamadou Sarr from Salzburg. They've brought in Kendry Perez. They've brought in Chukwuemeka. Obviously that was his loan. And obviously, yeah, they've done business. They have done business, and now they're adding Gittins to that list. They're also adding now Joao Pedro. What is my overall thoughts on Joao Pedro? Because this is a name that Liverpool have been linked with. Last season, he did get 10 goals and 6 assists in 27 matches. 23-year-old Brazilian for Brighton. Season before that, 9 goals and 3 assists. I think Joao Pedro is a good player. Do I think they can do better than Joao Pedro? Yes. But the players that they've brought in now, you probably think Jackson's going to go. Is Jackson and the rest of them is basically Joao Pedro and Gittins and Delap has their 3 new attacking upgrades better than their previous ones, i.e. Sancho, Neto, and Jackson? You probably say yes, because Liam Delap is raw. He's got loads of potential. He did very well for an Ipswich side last season. Gittins is an exciting talent. But the question is, are these signings good enough to take Chelsea to a title race, which is ultimately what they want to go and achieve? They've got that Champions League football. They've won a trophy under this ownership now. They now need to get to that stage of actually winning consistent trophies in the Cups, challenging for that title. Now, you spent over £2 billion. I do think Joao Pedro probably will be a very good signing. I'm really intrigued, though, to see how Chelsea are actually going to set up. Are they going to do like a 2-man striker partnership with Pedro and Delap? I mean, for both of them, they both cost 90 million. I don't think that is bad business, because you look at some of the strikers that are being floated around, like your Benjamin Sesko's, for example, of 75 million. Hugo Ekitike, that was a name they was interested in, guys, for 60 to 75 million. And now that looks like that's not going to be happening. So it's really intriguing to see what Chelsea are going to do next. For me, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be wanting to bring in a couple of defenders, bring in a goalkeeper, maybe one more attacker, and then sell off a load of deadwood that players that you don't need at your football club. I'm thinking how Chelsea are going to set up next season. Could Chelsea go with like a 2-10 partnership and then like a 2-striker partnership, potentially of like your Cole Palmer and then like another 10 alongside? So basically like a full 2-2-2. So then you got Lavia and Caicedo as the sitters, Palmer and maybe bring in like Gittins. Could Gittins doing that 10 role? That left stroke 10 role, and then have your two strikers up front in Joao Pedro and Delap. I think there's a lot of opportunities for Chelsea. For 60 million quid, I don't think it's bad. Joao Pedro is an okay player. I think he's very good technically wise. He's an okay striker. He just would need to improve his numbers, because if he comes in and bags 10 goals for Chelsea, very underwhelming for 60 million quid. Although I do think Delap at the two of them actually will do better, because I actually think Delap's a really good player, especially for 30 million. That could actually be one of the signings of the summer, to be fair. For 30 million, not bad business as well. Gittins has also been done as well. So Chelsea are now moving fast in the transfer window. People, make sure you're smashing that like button and subscribing. Let me know what you think of Joao Pedro to Chelsea. The deal is done, and medical tests will be following in the next couple of days. I just thought I'd report and give you my thoughts and the feelings, because this is the player that Liverpool was linked with. And Chelsea now, they've done a lot of business with Brighton. Funny enough, are Brighton becoming the new feeder club? Do you know how like Southampton was for Liverpool? Brighton is that for Chelsea. And yeah, guys, it is a done deal. Chelsea fans, are you excited? Let me know. Smash the likes and subscribe.